Welcome. Today we're diving into the Crusades. These big bloody fights have stuck with us for hundreds of years. We think of brave knights, strong religious feelings, and terrible violence. We'll look at 8 important moments from these brutal wars. These moments changed history, and how the East and West have gotten along for a long, long time. Get ready, we're going back in time to one of history's most interesting and misunderstood events. Imagine Europe in the 1000s. Everyone was religious and the church was super powerful. When Pope Urban II said it was time for a holy war to take back the Holy Land from the Seljuk Turks, people went wild. Tons of people, from farmers to knights, listened to him. They believed in God and maybe wanted adventure and treasure. So this giant group marched east. This was one of the biggest military campaigns ever. The First Crusade, even though it was bloody, did something amazing. Jerusalem was in Christian hands, but not for long. The Muslims, surprised at first, started fighting back. Strong leaders like Zengi and Nur ad-Din united them. When the Crusader city of Edessa fell, Christians freaked out. This started the Second Crusade. This time it was even more important and even harder. A new, powerful Muslim leader came along. Saladin. He was a great general and known for being honorable. Saladin took back Jerusalem in 1187. Christians were shocked, so they started the Third Crusade, led by famous guys like Richard the Lionheart from England and Philip II from France. This fight for the Holy Land became legendary, full of huge battles, tricky politics, and moments of both kindness and terrible cruelty. Chapter 4: The Fourth Crusade. This is a sad story of how greed and power can ruin good intentions. The plan was to attack the Muslims in Egypt, but some people changed the plan for their own benefit, especially the city of Venice. They attacked Constantinople, a Christian city, a place of learning and culture. This shocked the world. It was a terrible betrayal that people still remember. Chapter 5: The Children's Crusade. Just the name is sad. Think of thousands of kids, some only 6 years old, believing they could take back the Holy Land just by believing in God. It's hard to understand. It shows how strong belief can be, but also how dangerous fanaticism and using people can be. The Children's Crusade was a disaster. The kids were lost, sold as slaves, or just disappeared. It's a scary reminder of how terrible these wars were. Chapter 6: The Fifth Crusade. By the 1200s, the Crusades were complicated. The Fifth Crusade attacked Egypt, the center of Ayyubid power. There were big sieges, navy battles on the Nile River, and lots of violence. Even though they won some battles, the Fifth Crusade failed. This showed that the Muslims were getting stronger and Europeans weren't as excited about holy war anymore. Chapter 7: The Sixth Crusade. This crusade is interesting. Holy Roman Emperor Frederick II, a smart but controversial guy, did something amazing. He got Jerusalem back peacefully. He used talking and deals, not fighting, but it didn't last. Jerusalem was lost again, showing how hard it was to have peace back then. Chapter 8: The Seventh Crusade. The Crusades were almost over. People weren't as religious and they were getting tired of fighting. King Louis IX of France led this crusade, but it failed. It was a sad ending to a very long story. The dream of a Christian Holy Land was dying. Outro, thanks for learning about the Crusades with us. We saw huge fights, empires growing and falling, and the power of religion, but the Crusades are more than just history. They still affect how the West and the Islamic world interact. So next time you hear about the Crusades, remember the people in the battles, the mix of faith, ambition, and violence. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more history videos.